Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. Today's battle is on the Fjords map, and we've got Mage from NWA clan. Mage was commander of NWO and brought his team over to Fiddy for the campaign, and they performed quite well. Now they've gone back after the campaign, so I wish them well, and we might see them again on the battlefield. Alright, he's in the Tier 9 German TD, the JagdTiger, leads to the Jagdpanzer E100. And he's bottom tier in this game, which is a mix of tier 10s and tier 9s. Alright, so he's coming in here to attack the line here to punish tanks that are heading, and puts a nice shot into the crane wagon before he gets into a covered position. Crane wagon, that is. Now Mage takes this position here. It's not likely to go through the crane wagon there in that position now, and he also takes a hit through his own armour. It's a bit unfortunate, but he's tier 9 compared to a tier 10. Anyway, he's done a little bit more damage to their cranny than the cranny has to him, so far it's in Mage's favour. Alright, so pulling back here, and he'll go dark, and that means he can take up a slightly different position. Doesn't want to be spotted as he goes through here. Luckily, even though it's a fairly tall tank, the ground does protect him there. So it's just coming here to take a different angle on this position. That will give him access to the tanks that went up the hill, and might maneuver back down thinking that they're not exposed. So he can also take a shot at the tank at the back there, the WOTCCASIA Panzer IV. And he's bounced it around from a T62, which you can't quite see yet. There's the WOTCCASIA again. He does take another hit from the cranny and also from the T62A, so it's been brought down to pretty much half health there. Not desirable, but no big deal. Early stage of the game, and he managed to go through the cupola there of the crane wagon. Now this is a technique you can use. If you've got a tank that's dodging or weaving a little bit, and you want to try and shoot the cupola or a narrow part of its target area, just keep your reticle on the spot where you think that tank's going to pass through. Keep your gun steady and wait for the tank itself, the target tank, to move through where your gun is pointing. Press the trigger at the right time, and you'll have the smallest gun bloom possible, because your aim will have just stayed still, and you would basically then have a much better chance of moving your gun around trying to chase the target. Anyway, just a trick you can use, certainly worth practicing, but like all good things. Anyway, he's going through these other tanks at a high rate, using his premium rounds, which are APCR, and gives him a nice shell velocity to 1500, so they track very straight, and it's good for moving tanks. In fact, moving tanks, it's a Char Future 4, and it leaves him on 159 hit points or thereabouts, so that might come back to haunt him later on. It's the T62A who gave him a hard time just now. Puts a nice shot in there, bit of retribution, and Mage is up to nearly 4,500 hit points of damage so far, and we are still in the 4th minute of the game. And just to reinforce that, the T10 wanders past and takes a nice hit in the side. The T62 comes back, and he won't last long. In fact, there he goes, back to the garage. And Mage closing in, just touches 5,500 hit points of damage. So he's made quite an impression on the game so far, and his team has made an impression too. They're nearly 7,000 hit points in advance, although the tank quantities on each side are identical, so there must be quite a lot of damaged enemy tanks out there. Anyway, he's on his last premium round. What does he need to use it on? Hopefully a priority target, but you never quite know. In fact, there's that WOTCCASIA. Can he get a shot in there? Can he aim a bit more? Unfortunately, hits the tracks. He might get some assisted damage. No, he doesn't. That's unfortunate. So he's back down to his standard rounds. Not that that should matter with most of these targets he's got now, but sorry, the WOTCCASIA, just lost my train of thought almost, is in a bit of a dangerous position for Mage. If he wants to come and push on to these tanks to his left, he would basically expose his side to the WOTCCASIA. So puts another blind shot in there for the hopes of getting a kill shot, but unfortunately that doesn't happen. And just keeping an eye on the positions. They're now down one tank compared to the enemy, but they're still significantly up in hit points. So you can see the heavy tanks are battling around at the J4, J5 area, and Mage just has to trust that they're going to keep him protected where he is. But he really wants to deal some more damage to these tanks in the middle. He also doesn't want to push out too far. There is the T110E4 seen on the mini-map there. Oh, and here we go. Conqueror walks out and takes a big hit and gets sent back to the garage. So 2 kills now to Mage. And just closing in on 6k of damage there. So still quite a few tanks left in the game. Oh, there's the WOTCCASIA again. Can you get the kill shot this time? Or just on the edge of him? Yes, he does. Sends him back to the garage. So that's 3 kills now to Mage. Didn't get a lot of hit points out of that, but nonetheless takes a dangerous and quite big alpha gun out of the game. And his team's starting to make inroads. Oh, just missed the kill shot on that T10, but he did bounce the incoming round as well, so good so far. And he's just looking for an outline there, just the edge of the turret. Is he going to get the shot? Yes, he does. Gets the kill. So T10 not known for its armor, and he certainly paid the price for that. Now, check the minimap, and there's no heavy tanks left from Mage's team on that corner down at J8, so there's an E5 coming and an E75 potentially, although his team are now starting to cap, so that will possibly draw some of them back, but he won't know exactly. So it's good awareness of the minimap there. He's turned to face the potential threat and put his strongest armor forward. Now he doesn't want to show his lower plate if he can help it, but oh, in fact there's the E5. He'll probably take a hit here, but he would certainly get a shot in return, and leaves the E5 on 79 hit points. So angles a bit who's going to reload first. Well, it's very equal. He takes a hit through his lower front plate, which damages his engine and leaves him on 191 hit points, but he gets the kill. So 5 kills there to Mage. There's only 2 tanks left in the game now. This is the Charfature 4 that he missed the kill on earlier. Well, not that he missed the kill, he didn't have enough alpha to get that kill. And he has a shade under 7k, so there's potential here to get 7 if he can get a shot in on either the Char or the E4. The E4 being surrounded or close to, and here comes the Char. Oh, is he going to get a shot? Oh, he's just the gun barrel there, probably good to hold his shot there. And did he get spotted? Well, he'll certainly be spotted now. And there's, he should have a shot there. Takes a shot and unfortunately hits the rock, I think, and pays the price for not getting the kill by getting killed in return by the Char. So that's unfortunate. He could have got his top gun there and his 7k, but just luck of the draw. So a bit unfortunate there, but the Char is the only tank left on the enemy side now. He might do a bit more damage, but I don't think he's going to win. There, he takes out the 277, but there's enough tanks coming in to get him. In fact, the T54 takes him out. So that is the end of the game, and it is a win. Let's have a look at the end panels. So pretty close to 7k, but unfortunately he just missed that shot. It was a real toss of the coin there, so it could have really made the 7k there. So he got 5 kills and therefore missed out on a top gun as well. Anyway, got the high caliber reward for the most damage, and of course the Ace Tanker Mastery badge that goes pretty much hand in hand with that. So let's go and have a look at the performance against the team. Well, significantly in front of the rest of the team there, both in damage and base experience. 1572, quite impressive there. T54 also tier 9 in that game as bottom tier, and the two of them did 9 kills between them, and he finished with 952. And on the end, the Chafa 4 was the best performer, also with nearly 5k, and yeah, could have got close to an ace tanker there, but with courageous resistance. But anyway, shout out to him. He played really well. All right, 22 shots fired, 19 hit. So unfortunately, none of the blind shots connected. Would have also got him his 7k, but he got 15 pens out of the 19. And he also bounced 1970, which is pretty pleasing. You always like to at least use some of your armor when you're in the JagdTiger. He had some personal reserves running as well as battle payments from his clan, and actually made a decent profit of 40k. So great game there from Mage. Thanks very much for the content. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please consider doing that. More great content will follow, and thanks for watching.